thought Najee was really good tonight. Getting Trey back was huge for us. We can see where that's gonna end up going with his shooting and Z, CJ, BI, their playmaking ability. But it's a luxury to have for sure.
You talked about Trey, and look, he took 10 attempts from distance. You could tell the adrenaline was racing a little bit early on, but once he settled down, he looked like the old Trey again.
He did. He's been working his tail off, him and Coach Corey Brewer and the medical staff. They've been working to get him back. He's been doing everything that he's supposed to do and more, and he's been itching to get on the floor. So great to have him back tonight. He looked pretty solid for his first game, and it was fun. You know, that's a tough team. We knew that they were going to come out and play tough, especially in the first half off of back-to-back. And sometimes those games can be tough. But we did what we needed to do in the second half to win the game, and that's the important part for us.
I think Zion assisted Trey on 3 of his threes. Just what do you think about the way those guys fit together offensively?
Yeah, they have, you know, really good synergy, and it's been there since last season. You know, those two playing together, playing off each other, and they read and react, and that's what Z is looking for. He's looking for guys that he can pitch the ball to, they can shoot, they can drive, they can get it back to him, set screens, he can get downhill. Really good two-man game by those guys.
JV kind of led the way in the first half. Just what do you think about his night?
JV's been great. He dominated tonight, and we needed it. 24 points, 12 rebounds. You know, they didn't have an answer for him in the paint, and his teammates were all looking for him. So it was great to see him have a monster game like he did tonight.
You can tell they're still figuring some things out. But how much did you kind of see the effect of having Hawk and Trey out there at the same time?
Yeah, I think it's going to continue to get better and better. It was great to see, great to get a glimpse of what we can be. We still have to put some work in to, you know, move the pieces around and get guys on the floor, get certain groups on the floor together. But with our ability to get to the paint and adding the shooting now, it can make us dangerous offensively. Now we got to do a better job defensively. 2 quarters in the first half, 31 and 30. You know, we can do better in that area and rebounding the ball 50-50. But I think, you know, sky's the limit for us offensively once we get healthy.
Yeah, we're going to talk a lot about that shooting that Trey has, but how much does that added length and athleticism add to the defensive end as well?
It's huge for us. You know, look, it's good to get Trey Murphy back on the floor. He's been a big part of our success the last 2 seasons. So we all were rallying for him to get on the floor and for him to get back. And it's like he didn't miss a beat almost. So that was good to see. And now it's about continuing to build that chemistry with everybody on the team. Like I said, it's going to be some good problems to have. You know, we'll have some guys that probably don't play as much, but, you know, they'll be ready.
Just to kind of follow up on like the next man up mentality, is Trey expected to be available tomorrow night?
We don't know yet.
Coach, there at the end, it looked like Najee, 18 minutes, 10 points, 6 rebounds. Something, his shooting, it looked like maybe it was a streak, but not something you can really depend on. He hit the dagger tonight. Can you just talk about what he did in that supporting role for 18 minutes just to make sure that everybody stayed connected?
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. Naj was great. He came in and brought energy right away. Like you said, he rebounded the ball. He went after 50-50 balls. He hit a couple big shots for us, and you know, he just played under control the whole night and on both ends of the floor, and that's what he's capable of doing. Okay, thank you, guys.
All right, for all things Pelicans, you're now tuned into the Pelican Post-Game Report. Much love to the fam. Appreciate y'all for joining us in a victorious episode of the Pelican Post-Game Report. The Pelicans handle up on them Spurs 121-106. They are riding high on a 2-game winning streak. The Pelicans take care of business. And it's going to be a very interesting next few days. Friday, today we got the victory. We have the Bulls tomorrow, and then we're off Sunday, and then it's a matchup against the Kings on Monday. 3 games, 4 days. It's going to be difficult. And then, of course, the Monday game is a tournament game out on the West Coast. So it's going to be fun over the next few days. At least we know that we're a deep team. So shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all being in the stream. I'm Big Q. We got DC and Lexxah in the place to be. Shout out to all the fam. Y'all, please feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed as well. DC, welcome back, brother. How you doing?
Yo,
How you doing, brother? Is everything all right out there on the island, brother?
hey, I'm trying to figure it out, man. I'm trying to get back in the saddle, bro. I thought you was gonna play my I'm Back theme music, bro. I don't get the I'm back. I don't get no love, dog.
I didn't know you wanted me to
Oh,
play that back
man.
music for you, brother.
Oh,
That
I didn't
usually
think I didn't think I had to ask.
that's usually kind of reserved for PJ
So
Williams.
so PJ Williams come back, he get a whole layout. I don't get nothing. Huh?
Yeah, we be joking, PJ, man. So it's all good. It's all
Yeah,
good.
what's happening, family? What's up, everybody in the chat, man? Glad to be back. The Pels been doing well. I've been watching, keeping a close eye on them, even though I ain't been here on the show. And very excited about what I've been seeing. 7-3 over the last 10. Man, it's amazing. We all knew it could happen. I knew, because I remember last time before I left, I was trying to get some people to do some predictions. Said we was gonna beat them teams.
Don't even do that. Don't come up
I
in
said
here.
I said we was gonna win. All right, let me stop. Come on, man. What's up, Lex?
It's good to hear you, man. Glad you back. Glad you back.
Likewise, just glad to be back with y'all, man. You know, this is it's always fun.
Yeah, last time we heard DC, man, he didn't sound too good, man. And
I took some magical pineapple juice.
Look, I
I
thought
was
you were still sick.
sipping the
I
Bahama
was
Mama.
like, dang, what happened?
I was in the Bahamas sipping Bahama Mamas.
there you go. There you go. All right. So anyway, shout out to the fam, man, as we get going in this one. The Pelicans took care of business, man, in this matchup. Lex, the Pelicans, man, I know they kind of started off a little, started it off a little slow, but it's an interesting trend that we're seeing here. The fact that they're working on bringing in, see what they're doing with Valanciunas. Val has
Yeah.
got him going early, and that's something that we talked about. You
Yep.
get
For
Val going.
years.
Right. We like getting
For
them
years, okay.
really listening. 24 points from Val. Let's talk about Val right quick before we hit them stats.
Yeah, I'm again, I say this because, you know, it's been brought up so many times, but this is why you don't trade JV. Like this is what he can do when he's acclimated the way that he was tonight. I don't know if you noticed, but defensively he was doing well too.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's like, yes, like I'm involved and guys are looking for me. So by guys looking for him and, you know, him having a great night. And it wasn't just this night. It's been the last few nights. I mean, I really think just as a whole, he's just been more involved. And as the season goes along, I hope they continue to, you know, just understand, you know, what he brings to the team, because it's good stuff. But yeah, he's been doing his thing. He's been doing his thing.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
glad
good.
to
He
see him out.
takes so much. What you saying, DC? You saying something?
No, I didn't say anything, man. I was listening to Lex, man. But
Okay. Yeah.
we all know about JV though, man, and I'm excited for how they, you know, went to him early tonight, but they got to keep doing it, because we always see this where they had
Yeah.
his game and he pops out and you're like, see, and then then the next two games is 7 and 8.
But they've been doing it consistently here of late. So I mean, which is surprising because it hasn't been like hiccups. You know, like one game they're going to them, the next game they're like totally not. So I think it's been kind of consistent. But you're right. I would, you know, we got to keep doing it. Got to keep doing it.
Well, you know, that's what I was saying about Coach Willie. He's learning on the job and figuring some stuff out. And, you know, love conquers all. That's just pretty much how it goes. And Willie is doing this thing. And, you know, and that's just Alexa doesn't like to hear that. But it's at the end of the day, Willie's handling business. What can I tell y'all? So anyway,
Well, you know what, Willie a lover, not a fighter, man. But we must got a disciplinarian somewhere in there. So
why can't he be the disciplinarian? DC, how dare you say that, man? The man is doing.
He's steering the love boat, man. You know, love don't.
It's tough love.
You gotta love everything.
It's tough. It's tough.
One thing I'll say though, I mean, it was against the Spurs team. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what this is like their 15th straight loss. Like, you
Like
know,
13 or something.
he still got work to do, man. I mean, it's not obviously this is a win we were supposed to get. I mean,
Right.
the indicator said that, you know, the Spurs had a 10% chance of winning this game. You know, so I think that's like every game for them, whoever they're facing. But against better teams, you know, he still has a lot of work to do because it's the better teams where we need to see the coaching. In this game, I don't feel like it was a huge sample, but I'm not knocking him. I mean, you know, he did okay, but it's when, you know, we get to the better teams in the league. So he's got some work to do, man.
Yeah, he does. You know, I'm just messing with you about the tough love and the tough joy and everything. The tough.
You
know,
didn't say tough. You just said love.
But
I want you to know something though. There's nothing wrong with tough love.
right.
You know
Yes,
what I'm
that's
saying?
that's
Because
what's
I
good.
think I don't want you to take that the wrong way. That's
No,
actually a good thing. That's a
right,
whole nother level of love. You know what I'm saying?
right,
It's like you loving your kids, but it's like you can't just, you know, not teach your kids and just let them run all over the place, right?
right.
You got to show some tough love and tell them no sometimes, you know?
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
correct them, you know, teach them, you know, stuff like that. So, you know, that's what I'm talking about. Just a whole nother level of that love. Like, you know, it's got to be tougher. Sometimes love is not, it's not nice. Sometimes the truth hurts, you know what I'm saying? But it's what you
that's
need.
definitely true.
Yeah.
Definitely true.
But did
But
y'all know that there was another tough joy? Did y'all ever hear that tough?
a tough joy.
Stop reading those signs. Big Q.
And tough
You need
mindfulness.
to
Did y'all
take
know
them
that they
signs
exist?
down. They make absolutely no sense. Did you see them, DC?
No, I'm out the loop on this one.
Yeah, they put up some new signs in the practice facility,
Oh man,
and
you
it
know
has
what?
passion, joy, and
That's good.
something else. And I'm like, man, come on, man. You can make some more basketball terms. I mean, I know Christmas is coming up, but golly, like, what are we doing here? Why did you put them up there? I think I forget. I think
They
the other one
wanted to
starts
be
with
more
the M.
warm and inviting. It's
No,
working, right?
man.
That's
Like,
Willie.
let's
Willie.
talk about hustle. You know what I'm saying? Playing with some heart. You know, I
What
don't
about play
know.
with an age? You should have put that up
Yeah, that there you go. But compassion, joy.
there. Yeah, you got to be compassionate for.
All those things you need for a
No,
championship team. Like
they
You
could
got to
have
be
put
compassionate for your opponents after you bust their ass. You know.
they could have put
Lex,
passion and playing with passion. But compassion, what are you having compassion about?
because compassion
Your
is that
opportunity to play this great
I'm
game.
saying, like, what?
it's mindfulness in
Okay,
joy.
that
I
is
like the
not a
mind. I like the
basketball term.
mindfulness. I like the mindfulness though. I like that.
How about winning? You know, or elite winning,
That's on
or
the see Lex. You're
championship
missing
mentality,
You're
you're
not
missing
Mamba
overthinking it enough,
mentality,
Lex.
something.
Lex, you're missing out. Those are on the other side of the wall.
We need to see that while I'm studying.
Oh, it's like that picture with the iceberg.
Yeah, see
Oh
the
my
thing is
god!
they're only showing Lexa one side of the wall at practice, and on the opposite side of the wall, all of the things that she want to see is on that side of the wall. So you kind of seeing one side of it, but it's all
Yeah,
tough.
they turn the banners around when the cameras go off.
What do y'all think about them signs in the
What DC?
practice facility in the chat? What do
No,
y'all think of
they
that?
turn it around to the other side, Q, with all the real affirmations on that when the
Y'all
cameras get
like that mindfulness, joy, and compassion. Are those basketball terms?
It's good. It's good. I think it works. You know,
it
it's
sounds lovely to me. Sounds very
Ugh.
lovely.
Hey,
man.
don't be getting. Hey, don't be. No.
Y'all see
Man,
y'all.
that's you making it sound like a chick flick. Nobody ain't trying to see all that.
Hold on, let me show. I'm gonna show. This is a couple of ones right here. This is what Lex talked about. Hold on, let me get it on the screen here, but so DC can know what's
Hey,
going on
Slim
here.
said the words are for Valentine's
Oh,
Day. Well, in
Hold
that
on.
case, they should have put love up there.
oh man.
Oh man.
See DC, see behind him, behind
I like
Twitter.
mindfulness, bro. You got to be very mindful when you're in front of the camera, bro. I think it's
See,
perfect.
but I'm
Man,
saying on the opposite wall. See where that the
all
basketball
you
goal
guys
is?
up in here.
Trey?
I mean, does that help motivate you to play
Yes.
basketball? Mindfulness,
Hey,
joy, and
joy,
compassion.
man. Don't hey Lex. Don't let nobody steal your joy. AKA, don't turn the ball over. You get
Hey,
it?
I know that song,
It's a
man.
method. It's
I
a
know that
method to the
song.
madness.
Love and
Okay.
basketball, right? DC, good matchup.
I know he comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Nah, I know that song, man.
All right, y'all. Let's jump into this, man. The team statistics for the night, man. Pelicans handle up 121 to 106. Almost 50% from the field at Pell shot 42 of
Damn,
85.
I can't find no BS for compassion, Q. I can't
No,
think of
bro.
one.
And mindfulness, bro. Come on, bro. That Willie hitting on all cylinders with that,
Hey, we
man.
gonna be on that
We need to
all
let that one
season.
slither away, bro. That compassion. I can't do
Well,
nothing.
I
about it.
mean,
That's not
why didn't he put up
compassion.
there? We
Is
gotta
it
fight.
compassion?
You know what I'm saying? Why did he
Is
put
it
that up there?
Lex? I don't think was it compassion. It wasn't
It might
compassion.
just be. It might just be
Yes, it
passion.
was compassion, mindfulness, joy, and compassion.
And then on the opposite wall,
Oh, look, Tramal said tenderness.
Tender love.
See, and look, that's why it's that type of stuff to make what Dreamon was saying true better. Y'all ain't built like that. That's,
Damn.
you know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. We can't be doing. We won tonight, family. We 73 over the last 10.
I'm sad, man.
We gotta
I-
save this for some L's.
Right. That's what I'm saying. We got it tonight. The mindfulness and the joy work tonight. We got a 2-game winning streak at home. We good.
It's good tonight, Lex. You gotta let
Yeah,
it go.
against the Spurs, y'all.
I know, but we supposed to beat them. We got them. We beat them. We beat the 76ers without Embiid. They didn't have Wembanyama tonight. We beat
You know
the
those
team.
teams are dangerous when the
beat them
superstars sit out.
with
Q. They're very
Wembanyama
dangerous.
anyway.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, but you're right. We supposed to beat the teams, and we did. We ultimately did hammer them. We beat them 121 to 106. We a lot of positives about tonight, family. We didn't look that great from downtown. We were 32%, 10 of 31 shooting from downtown. But we went to the foul line 29 times. The Pelicans hit 27 of 29 for 93%.
Hey, that charity stripe is improving, Big Q.
That's awesome.
It's improving.
Yes.
Last
But it's the
game
only.
against the
We talked
76ers, we only missed 4.
Yep.
It starts with the stars. Zion was what 11 for 11.
Man, the arc on his free throws look beautiful tonight. I hope he keeps shooting like that. I mean, that's the best arc he's had on his shot in a game consistently. Because I think he hit all his free throws, didn't he?
I want to say. I think he missed one. I think he missed one. I'm gonna pull this stuff up in a minute. I want to say that he missed one tonight. Hold on, let me make sure here. Yeah, he was 4 or 5 tonight. Zion. Bi hit all his stuff. He was 8 for 8. So, but we did pretty good tonight. We did pretty good. Bell was 6 or 7. But yeah, we did pretty good tonight on the foul line. Really good. 29 times in there, 27 to 29, 93%. Lovely. They were 40 plus on the rebounds tonight. They didn't win the assist game. They lost 28 to 26, but I still like how the ball was circulating. Held the turnovers down. We got back to kind of what our regular mindset is. We only had 12 turnovers tonight. The Spurs had enough for everybody. 20 turnovers tonight. Our fast break points were 13 to 5. And of course, what really big was the points in the paint. 52 to 38 in the matchup. So it was pretty good, man, watching what the Pelicans were able to do tonight, fam. So like I said, they're shooting the foul shots that happen. Big thing is getting Valanciunas involved in the matchup early on. He finished with 24 points. So like I said, man, he takes so much pressure off of guys. We know BI was kind of struggling to start, but then ultimately he kind of got everything rolling. So we at the end of the day, man, the Pelicans, man, they were I'm just really happy about the fact that it appears to me that the Pelicans are doing a pretty good job of getting Valanciunas going and he helps out early on, takes that pressure off. Then CJ rolled in there. BI did his thing. Zion did his thing. Everything seems to be flowing correctly. Love seeing Trey Murphy. That was a big spotlight tonight, getting Trey Murphy back in the game. So, DC, starting with you, bro. You want to drop some science on some of the stats?
Yeah, man. The thing I like the fact that we got up 31 3-pointers, man. Even though they haven't been falling, I know it's a lot of games. Well, they were like what? I think 3 and 15 or something like that tonight. But they kept shooting, especially with Trey back. Yeah, Hawk probably got some of them attempts too. Herb did his thing from 3-point line, and it's just encouraging to see them kind of find that balance and still get 52 points in the paint as well and kind of dominate there, but not shy away from that shot. You know, the free throws are obviously a huge plus, man. Free throw shooting starts with your stars. And for whatever reason, man, just if you look at the game, and it's always appeared this way to me, because all the championship teams and well-coached teams, they always seem to shoot really well from free throw line. And free throws follow coaching, and usually a superstar. So you've seen BI, who's pretty good free throw shooter, but Zion, man, like you talked about, Lex, him having that extra arc on his shot. And I think he's in better condition because him, you know, he gets damn near tackled, man, on a lot of his fouls. And I think him being able to take that contact and getting more used to it throughout the season is also helping with him shoot better from the free throw line, man. Just being more prepared to be able to shoot those when sometimes you're a little bit out of breath, a little fatigued. I think he's finally catching the rhythm there. And the turnovers, man, this has been so much of a trend that I just love to see it, man. 12 turnovers. And, you know, they've been pretty consistently doing that when winning games, cutting down on those turnovers. When the Pels don't turn over the ball, they dominate on the boards, which, I mean, they won that by 3. They score in the paint, take their 3-pointers, man. Usually that's going to end up in a win, especially if we shoot 93% from free throw line.
Yeah, DC, I was very proud of that. And like Lex mentioned, the prior game is the Pelicans appear to be kind of crystallizing and working on some of those fundamental things, man, that we talked about you got to have to win these games. Like some of the series teams you mentioned shoot a high percentage from the foul line. They take advantage, man. You know, I'm really proud that through some of these last, and not all of them, but you know, some of the games where they were really competitive and wins, they kept the turnovers down. So we starting to see them keep the turnovers down, low turnover game tonight. And then the fact that they hit 93% from the foul line was fantastic. Individual stat wise, Lex, Val, like I said, he led the day with a double-double. He was 24 points, 12 rebounds in 31 minutes of action. He had 19 points from CJ McCollum in 38 minutes. CJ had almost had a double-double, 19 and 8. You had 17 from Herb Jones tonight in his matchup, 17 and 4. 12 points from Zion had his 12 in 26 minutes of action, 7 assists, 4 rebounds. But look at that plus minus, man, on all those guys. BI finished with 14 points. He struggled shooting 3 or 14. He was 0 for 4 from downtown. He had all his foul shots, but you see he was out there working. 7 assists, 5 boards, 1 steal in the game. He had 4 turnovers, but he was still working. Herb did his thing. And then off the bench, you're seeing Trey Murphy in his return. 22 points. He was 7 of 13 from the field, 4 of 10 from downtown, 18 points, 3 rebounds, a steal in the block from Trey. He came back. Najee had 10 and 19 minutes of action as well. And Jayhawk got in the game. Hawkeye got in the game in there, but, you know, he finished with 3 points. He was 1 or 2 from downtown in 15 minutes of action. He was running around doing this thing. So, I mean, outside of that, let's talk about individual statistics, Lex. What did you see that you liked from our guys tonight, individually wise?
Well, for one, it makes a huge difference when guys are looking for you, when they're looking to get you involved and get you acclimated. And I think the team did a very good job of doing that with Trey and doing that with Jonas. I think those 2 guys really stuck out, especially by this being Trey's first game back. I mean, he got acclimated quickly. But, you know, I mean, you all can see, like, you know, the team was really trying to get him involved. Like, they weren't trying to wait. It wasn't something that, you had to wait a quarter or two or whatever, but they got him involved immediately. And the same thing with Jonas. He scored the first bucket. Actually, he's actually scored the first bucket in the last few games. And just kind of, the way that we're getting JV involved and the way that we got Trey involved on tonight, you know what I'm saying? It allowed them to just smoothly work themselves in the game, like get into the flow of the game. And so I really like that. I really like that a lot. Now the first half was okay. I think the team picked it up and the game flowed a whole lot better in the second half. But yeah, those two guys, they had a heck of a night. A guy, everybody was looking for those two. And you can clearly see that. So it's good stuff.
Yeah, that was good stuff, Lex. And Trey getting back in there, that was cool seeing him out there. It's going to be really awesome to see Trey and Jayhawk on that, at the same time, 3-pointers raining from all over the place. It's good. It's just we finally got him back, man, and that's super positive. Trey Murphy is back on the team. Pelicans on a 2-game winning streak, man, and it's the vibes, the energy is good, man. So we got a lot going on tomorrow with the Bulls going up there, and then having that one game off, and then getting ready to go to the West Coast. So this is going to be kind of difficult. I'm just say it before they even release it. We anticipate Zion not playing tomorrow. So but good thing
no,
got Trey back.
he is playing.
Oh, is he?
Yes, Jen Hale.
Yes,
That's what she
Zion
said.
gonna play back to back. Willie Green addressed that in was it the pregame or his interview after practice?
I missed that.
They said they're gonna let him play. Things are subject to change. And then looking at his minutes, Zion only played 26 minutes tonight. So I think they're really anticipating on him playing. And my brother asked a question right here, Youngblood. We've been having this set up. Welcome back, DC. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate all of y'all sending me the welcome backs, and glad to have me back, man. I like the fact that everybody's happy to have me back and actually miss me. So I do appreciate y'all welcoming me back with open arms.
DC, cut that out, bro. Everybody
Just,
love you.
just a little bit, man. It ain't that much.
Damn. Okay, Lex.
Everybody love you,
I'm messing with you.
All right. But to answer my man Youngblood's question, he said, I have a question for the crew. I know CJ can't fly right now. Will he be able to play tomorrow night against the Bulls? And man, I had your questions sitting up there for a while. We didn't get to it, but I looked at CJ's minutes, and looking at him, CJ played the most minutes tonight. He can't fly. Yeah. They're in Chicago. I seriously doubt they're going to try to put him in a car and drive. What does it take, about 18 hours to get to Chicago? I've made that drive more times than I would have liked to. It's very unpleasant. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say CJ doesn't play tomorrow. We saw Zion get 26 minutes. So I think they will stick true to their assessment of what Jen Hale said and Coach said of him playing in his first back-to-back this year. Is it his second? I think he might have played in one other back-to-back, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he hasn't. This was going to be his first one.
So I guess they're going to play the back-to-back, and that means he's definitely playing Monday. So, maybe Zion is a better
they don't
condition.
got a choice on Monday.
Well, I mean, they got a choice. They could sit him out for medical reasons. That would be jacked up.
If they didn't play him on Monday, he would be fine because that's a national televised game. The policy.
Oh, they fine him. They fine him for national television.
Yes, they will fine you.
Right.
And he has to play.
Right. And plus it's a what is the tournament game, right?
Yeah, that's a tournament. Yeah, he's definitely playing in that. I mean, he's been talking about, wanting to. The team hasn't won anything.
Hasn't won anything, right? Yeah.
That's a big deal. Yeah, look now that one he'll fight everybody playing that game. He's like, oh no, but yeah, they ain't taking that fine. They ain't doing that.
All right, I'm a believer when I see it, man. I heard what Willie said, but the octopus, man, that's a unrighteous cat over there, man. And they come up with all kind of weirdness. So hopefully we'll see what it looks like, man. Hopefully it does, man. But we'll see. But we do have a deep roster, man, with these people, and hopefully we can be able to we should be able to do something with the Bulls. Let me see. I got their stuff up here.
Well, we
Bulls.
got to show Herb a little bit of love, man, and these
Oh,
players.
you won't talk? You still talking, bro? I thought you was done.
Well, I never got to say, you know, my
Oh.
standout player. I just wanted to
I'm
give some
sorry.
love
Go
to
ahead.
Herb. Lexxah
sorry,
covered
I'm
it
sorry,
very
DC.
well.
I'm so sorry, DC. You've been out of the loop, bro. I totally forgot you.
Yeah,
My
I
bad.
know. You just went on a roll past me. DC over there drinking magical pineapple juice or something. Let's get to the Chicago
Yeah,
Bulls.
it gets spiked. No, say it right. It's magical spiked pineapple juice. There you go, bro.
Yeah, it's spiked with ginger. But
Okay, there you go.
yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
But
Go
Herb,
ahead.
man, Herb had an awesome night tonight, man. 3 for 4 from the 3-point line, which I think he was. These stats might be a little inconsistent. I could have swore he was 4 for 5, but maybe I'm mistaken. But nonetheless, man, Herb turned in a 17-point effort, 4 rebounds, 3 steals, and a block, man, with only 1 turnover. You know, really, really been liking what I'm seeing from Herb Jones, man, especially over this last 10-game stretch. When our back's been against the wall, a lot of guys been hurt. He's always been there, been consistent, constantly stepping up. You know what he gives you on the defensive end, but I'm talking on the offensive end. You know, Herb done hit some big shots in the fourth quarter, and he played excellent tonight, man. Glad to see the guys trusting him and him trusting himself to be able to take those open 3-pointers. You can't sleep on him at the line. Now he gonna tap toe all the way up to the tippy top of the line. You know, he get a lot of them long tools. He put his foot right there. But man, you leave him wide open, man. Herb is knocking that down along with phenomenal defense. Defense has gotten better this year. But to see what he's doing offensively, man, sky's the limit for this team, man. Trey can return back to form and be what he is. You got Herb doing what he does, along with what we already know Big V is, Zion, CJ McCullough, and BI. Man, I think that's a tough out for any team, man. Any team in National Basketball Association, including the champs, Boston, any one of them. If we got our head on right, man, it's gonna be hell to try to beat the Pels.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man, and I really am, bro. I'm looking forward to getting all these guys on the court at the same time. We finally got them back, and of course, Larry Nance and Matt Ryan are 2 of the guys that are remaining to eventually make it back. So let's kind of delve into the Chicago matchup. The Chicago Bulls coming off an overtime win over the Milwaukee Bucks. They snapped a losing streak that they were on there, 6-14, 5-6 at home. The Pelicans are 11-9 now, 2-game winning streak, 3-5 on the road. And you can look at that little smelly matchup indicator right there, giving the Pelicans looking pretty good, as a 60% chance to beat the Bulls at 40, just over 40%. Like we mentioned, a few of the things going on with Matt Ryan, and they mentioned in Jose Alvarado and Larry Nance is out of the game. DeMar DeRozan is mentioned as a game time decision. Zach LaVine is out. So we're looking at the Chicago Bulls, Lex, DC, back-to-back game. We got to travel up there to see about them people. How do we get the dub, fam?
Definitely energy. You know, we're gonna be on the road. We don't, just like with the Spurs, we do not want to. We don't want to. We want to take the team seriously. Don't want to look down on them or anything. Like he said, they just beat the Milwaukee Bucks in overtime, and I think the most interesting thing about that game is that Dame Lillard, he scored 0 points in the second half and in overtime. You know, so for them to keep him scoreless, somebody like that scoreless, that's a pretty big deal. But yeah, gotta come out and play with a lot of energy. Jump on them immediately. You know, defensively, get out and run with a lot of pace. And it's crazy because they actually beat the Bucks without DeMar DeRozan or Zach LaVine. And you said DeMar DeRozan's playing in this game? Is
Big
that
Q.
what you said, Big
Was,
Q?
Yeah, they mentioned him as him being out of the game. So I'm
Well,
gonna dig up some stuff.
the Day Davis, huh? Or does I see a DD right there?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
well,
yeah, it's just
I
day to
think they
day.
saying he's supposed to be out. I'm gonna check on it right quick. I'm gonna try to see if I can pull up this injury report.
Okay. Well, I mean, the thing is that I always say, like, teams that are not doing well, or on have been on a long losing streak, they're the most dangerous teams. So we really don't want to, go in there, and just, be cool or, coast or whatever. Because really, I feel like with this game is like prepping the Pels for Monday's game. Like, y'all need to come in, play with a lot of energy, really polish up your sets, just everything, chemistry, so that when Monday comes, you can really show up and show out. Because just the traveling part is going to be tough. I don't know if they considered that at all, um, but yeah, I mean, they got to play with a lot of energy. They can't let up off the gas or take breaks and stuff. So um, they got to come in playing with the edge, rebound, get Jonas involved, get get Zion involved and everything, because that's definitely gonna be they're vulnerable down there. Um, but yeah, I think that's the key.
Yeah, I got the injury report up, fam. They got DeRozan saying he got that ankle issue and he's questionable for Saturday's game against the Pelicans, according to Gottlieb. So from allchicago.com. So I think Levine is already out. So DeMar DeRozan down, Levine's out. The Bulls gonna have difficulty, DC, doing that. But of course, we gotta press past them, bro. So what's your take?
I think all we need to do to win the game is have compassion, mindfulness, and joy. I think we get the dub. That's it. But now, realistically, the Pels just need to. This is one of those games that's like kind of a trap game. You're playing on a back to back. It's a team everybody expects you to beat. You got several guys on the team on the trading block, right? They're not really necessarily playing for much. As Lexxah pointed out, they've been going through some time of losing. This is a game you're expected to win, and if you go in there expecting to win this game without executing the way we did tonight, because you played a Spurs team, you expected to win that game, especially with Victor Wembanyama sitting out. But even if he would have played, you still expect to win that game. This is a similar game, so we can't get too high on ourselves, too excited. The Bulls are a team that they don't play a whole lot of defense. They do have, a few guys over there that bring it on that standpoint. But offensively, if they get things going, you got some dynamos and Zach LaVine and Derek DeRozan. You can't let them get started, and you can't let Vucevic kill you. But if you can kind of put the clamps on those guys or impede what they're doing, it's really a easy road to victory, man. If you don't go in there and beat yourself, turning the ball over, making stupid mistakes, letting them kind of hang around at the end of the game. We have a bad habit of doing that. We'll go out and play lights out for 3.5 quarters and just drop it at half a quarter somewhere and just totally get obliterated. So if the Pels just play good team ball the way we've been seeing them do, like I like the aspect of CJ, Zion, and BI all having 7+ assists tonight, man. If they go out there how they did tonight, just looking to find that guy who's hot, whose night is it, and not trying to force the issue. I think they cruise on the victory, man, and possibly get the rest of some guys, and we can get ready for the real matchup on Monday.
Yeah,
Alex Caruso was at the helm against the Bucks, so he's definitely gonna be that guy that we need to watch out for, because he can get hot. Probably stick Herb on him.
What you said, Lex? I don't know what happened to my sound. I couldn't.
Oh no, I was just saying, like, Alex Caruso, he really got off against the Bucks. So he's
Oh, yeah.
probably gonna be that guy again, because
Oh,
Zach's out
yeah.
and DeMar, he's probably gonna be out. So, but Alex, like he was that guy. Like, and we all know that he really hustles, he does defend, and he can shoot. So, we gotta make sure that we don't let him go off because his energy is kind of contagious for everybody else.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go ahead, Q. Go ahead, Q.
No, I was just saying that's a good point because yeah, they don't really who else do they have? I mean, outside of Caruso, I mean, DeMar's he's not going to be there. Zach LaVine is not going to be there, and Alex Caruso, you're right, he's a spark plug for these people. I mean, he's shooting almost 54% from the field for them. So I mean, it's actually pretty good. He's actually a pretty damn good player. Look at that, 47.5% he's shooting on his
That's
against the Pelicans. Against the Pelicans, is that right? Is that right? Good grief! Because usually they put up this stat. I got him on the screen here. Usually is that the stats that he's shooting against the Pelicans here? Is that right? 9 point. No, that's not it. I hope that's not it. I don't know. No, that's his regular season stats they got up there. Okay, cool. I'm about to say, man, this dude here shooting almost for what 47.5% again. Oh shit. But anyway, yeah.
From him on his last 10, look like right there.
Well, we got to put Herb on him and shut all that down, man. And
And that feels so weird putting Herb on Alex Caruso.
shut him
Well,
down.
It got
I mean,
Zach
when
LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. That's it.
But they're
when
not going to be
you
there,
have
DC.
stars of your stars that are sitting down, somebody got to step up,
Right.
and that usually opens the door. Oh shoot, I can be a star tonight. You know what I'm
Don't
saying?
I
Some
think
guys,
DeMar
you got some
DeRozan
guys
is
on the bench that are like waiting, like when is he gonna go down?
What about Kobe White? Kobe White's another dude that is with their two big guns missing. Kobe White, he might be a factor in the game along with Caruso. I mean, he's averaging over 14 points a game for the Bulls. So and Kobe White's a guy that's known to give Pelicans troubles in past games. So I mean, like I said, I'm not really worried about the Bulls like talking about. It feels like to me the most difficult part of the Pelicans taking on the Bulls is the fact that they're a back-to-back and we're traveling from here to there, and then then we match up with them, and then we travel in a game to get to the West Coast against the Kings. So it seems like traveling, not to disrespect the Bulls or nobody, but just seem like the biggest encumbrance to us is the travel issue. What do you guys
Yeah,
think?
I just mentioned that. I agree. I think that's I think that's kind of interesting how that worked out. You know what I'm saying? Like they should have, I don't know, considered that or something. But I mean, this is their first time doing it. Shoot, does anybody else have to deal with that? Who does Sacramento? Did they play tonight?
I can look it up, man. That's a good
Of course, it
question.
doesn't really matter because they playing at their crib. So, um, who
Yeah,
else is playing? Um,
tonight, you mean?
no, on Monday.
Oh,
Because there's two teams. Who's playing on the East Coast? Are the Celtics playing?
I'm not sure.
talking about. Well, I got the
Or
bracket.
no, I'm sorry. Yeah. So no wait, they're gonna be playing on Tuesday. Who else is playing on Monday? They
Well, I
usually
mean,
team in a
yeah, they got. Let's see. The Pacers and Celtics are playing on Monday. The Pacers and Celtics are at 6:30 on Monday, and the
Yeah,
Kings
we the
and
late
Pelicans.
game at 9.
Yeah, right. And then the next day, Lakers, Suns, Bucks, and Knicks.
okay.
But 3
Well,
games, 4 days. That's the gauntlet we got to deal with.
yeah, I don't think I haven't seen the Pacers or the Celtics schedule, but I mean really it seems like, the Pels they the only ones who got to deal with that cuz that is a long distance.
I know,
But
isn't it?
I'm glad they have a day in between and then, the Kings game is it starts later. So, you know, um they just got to be ready, man. They just got to be ready. Adrenaline, something. I
Well,
mean,
that's when that depth going to kick in. That's when
yeah,
that good depth. That's when we count on a deep team to to be able to absorb some of this stuff, man, when we have to do all this weird ass traveling. DC, you want to add something to that, bro?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just, small thing to a giant, man. It's always something we got to deal with. And I think the Pels have learned to overcome a lot of things because it's not going to be easy. We're obviously not one of those teams where they're going to try to make the road easy for, or if there's a way it could be difficult for the Pels, it's going to be. So I don't think it stops anything. Us getting healthy and being where we at now, I think is a big, big help to help us overcome a lot of those hurdles. You've seen tonight Trey getting back in the fold of things, man, and Zion and Bi didn't really particularly have great games. CJ, I mean, he's okay tonight, but if we can win like that, using all the other pieces on the team, I don't think the travel issues and playing 3 games in 4 nights, I don't think it'll be as big of a hindrance to us as it probably was in the past. Because we're fully stocked, and just looking at our depth, I'm like, man, when we're fully healthy, it's like, damn, man, it's people gonna be arguing about people getting certain minutes, and everybody's gonna be right. It's like,
I hope we talk about that too, because
man, because it's
with
crazy. Like we
with
got
Trey,
a lot.
with Trey being back. Do you see with Trey's presence, how much of the minutes went down, decreased for a lot of the other guys, Dyson, Jayhawk.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think Najee, he still got his, but it's like that the rotation, you clearly saw that it really tightened up, really dwindled down a whole lot more. But yeah, the Trey, that's that Trey effect, because you can't teach 6'11" with a shooter's touch. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? You can't teach that. You either have it or you don't. So, I know, Dyson, he was playing well for the stretch that he did. I mean, he kind of started falling off a little bit. And then Jayhawk, he's a rookie, but he was going up and down. But I mean, you could clearly see that they didn't have those minutes like they usually do.
Najee had his 19 minutes, but you're absolutely right. Jayhawks minutes 15, and then Dyson 12.
See, I don't like Jayhawks minutes getting messed with, because to me he's the one guy on this team that I think shoots on a similar level to Trey, maybe not from as far a distance, but he also has a level to his 3-point shooting that Trey doesn't have, I guess, or maybe Trey isn't better than him at, and that's movement threes. And we can't have him fall out of rotation, man. So I mean, he did have 15 minutes. Somebody's gonna have to take a back seat tonight, because Trey was gonna get his touches. We got to get him going. But I hope Willie doesn't sacrifice Hawks minutes for like Najee or somebody like that, man, because that'll be really upsetting.
Well, I mean,
I won't be very mindful.
it depends though, because the thing is like he is competing,
Yeah,
and really this is a good problem. It's a good problem to have as far as as fans, looking, because it's like now it's like, guys, hey man, you better have a good game. When you go out there on the court, you better do something. You better perform. You better be productive, because let me tell you something. Everybody on that bench is like, look, you ain't having a good game. All right, well, here, come on over here and sit down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so it really puts pressure on guys to go out there, and you better make something happen. You better knock down your shots. You better do something, because the thing is, it's competitive. I mean, you gotta give minutes to guys who are being productive, right?
That's right.
So, yeah, when you go out there, I mean, henceforth, look at Kyra's situation. I said many a times, he didn't understand his situation, because guys were down, guys were out, and that was his opportunity to let Willie know and everybody else why he deserved those minutes, that playing time. And what did he do with it? Nothing. It's like, you're not helping us. You're not doing enough. So I mean, it's nothing personal against, Jayhawk, but at the same time, these guys are competing. The bench just got stronger. And guess what? Matty Ice is coming back. Jose is coming back.
Yep.
Larry
Herb,
Nance is coming
Larry
back. You
Nance.
see what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Right.
it's competitive. And so, like, we like, if Jayhawk isn't shooting, knocking down his shots, and we have other guys on the bench who like could actually have a good night, are we willing to play him? And remember, he's still a rookie, so it's not
Yeah.
like he's going anywhere.
Right.
I mean, it's just it's
It's not.
competitive.
But
Huh?
at what he can do and what I've seen with the type of space that's going to be created now with Trey Murphy and Zion and Bi, and you got, man, I'm telling you, this him hitting open shots, I think, is a piece of cake. He does need to improve defensively, so I understand what you're saying. And when his shot isn't falling, he still plays some pretty good basketball, but he's not giving you a whole lot on when he's having a bad shooting night. So I definitely get that. And he is a rookie, like you said, he ain't going nowhere. But his development to me, man, he's just been on a fast track, and I've seen him getting better and better and better. So the more opportunities he has out there, the longer he is out there on the floor, I just think he's only going to get better and better and better. And we got a player that can really be something special on top of all the other special players we got. So it's a wonderful problem to have, man, but it's going to be interesting to see how we go about navigating it. How do they do the rotations, finding out who plays better with what? I hear Trey talking a lot about being excited to play with Hawk. So I don't know if they maybe have been building some type of chemistry, shooting the ball together. So we're going to see. I'm excited to see it. And I just don't want him to be one to lose those minutes. But you got Jose that's going to come back too.
Yeah.
And you people talking about Matt Ryan going to be the last man out, man. I don't know how it's going to play out. But if you
Yeah.
can play
I mean,
formidable defense and hit threes, I don't think you can sit those guys down.
yeah, I mean, it's a lot, man. Like, I know we've been talking about, man, we want our roster to be healthy and everybody to get back. Well, it's getting to that. And
Mhm.
now it's like, okay, well, who's sitting down? Oh, I'm not sitting down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, I want to play. I mean, but that's what's gonna happen. And plus you also got to think when guys are in, you can't, because I'm like seeing Trey out there, like, I think Willie's been playing like like uh what rotation has he been playing? Like, he's been playing like 10 or 11 or 12 guys in the rotation.
It's more like 10, like
Yeah,
9, 10
2 guys.
guys.
9,
Yeah.
10. Yeah, that
Which
that
is
might
damn
that
good,
might
bro.
get
I think
smaller.
he's gonna keep it to probably 9. I think that's gonna be. I don't think he's gonna go with 8 as his final like we used to. I think it's probably
Better
gonna
not do
go
that.
down to like 9 guys.
You
Yeah,
think he
so
goes 9 guys, DC?
Yeah, man. The playoffs maybe he cuts it to 8, but I think he's gonna go 9 guys.
because at some point it's
He
gonna
cut it
start
to 8
being like
people in the
rhythm type
playoffs?
stuff.
Huh?
You said you think he goes 8 in the playoffs?
I'm going off past experiences, Q. I know you want it to be 10, but
Nah, I
have we
mean,
seen that consistently
yeah, but we
with the
haven't
passion,
seen.
mindfulness, and joy?
Well, hold on, don't disrespect the tough love and tough joy, bro. Don't do that.
How about that physical therapist?
There you go.
It's all gonna change because we got a physical therapist, though.
Isn't it all changing right now
We're gonna
before you
fix the
pair out?
rotation and everything, man. This physical therapist is wonderful.
She did. You
If
seen the
we
miracle
only
sign
had, if
from
we only
Rosie?
had 2 of them,
Yeah.
maybe we should get one more. We might win the goddamn championship. We get another physical therapist.
That is terrible, man. That a physical therapist is it's just amazing, man. We
That was
finally
our
got
only
Amy.
all-season
God
move
damn it,
in
man.
Codazella.
Now, because right before the season we got Matty Ice and we
Yeah,
got
Matt Ryan too.
Robinson
Yeah.
Earl.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Robinson Earl is kind of null and void because, like, is he gonna get minutes ever again? unless
Probably
I
somebody
not.
get
mean,
hurt.
unless if somebody's down or it's garbage minutes, but hey, I mean, it's good to have guys. Let me tell you something. That dude was here for a week and he was
Yeah,
starting.
he was
He
You
got
know
to
what I'm
solid.
start.
saying?
Yeah.
He was
I
Yeah.
mean,
solid.
and not only that, didn't he have a double-double
Yeah, his first game he did.
against the T-Wolves? Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
up to
know,
us.
man. That's nice to have, you know, on the bench, you know, like I mean, obviously he won't be getting playing time anytime soon, but if his numbers called, I mean, that's what we have coming off the bench, you know.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at the Matt Ryan move, the Uncle Robinson Earl move. I'm good with those moves for real. I that's terrific. Our young shooter Jayhawk, I think he can work with Trey, and I think Willie had in Borrego and the rest of the brass. They have a very good problem on their hands when the Pelicans come all together. And this is at that point we've talked about this for some time about having all of these guys on the court at and having them having access to all these players at the same time, how the lineups will look, how guys come off the bench. I mean, you got Trey coming off the bench with Jayhawk and Najee, and you got Dyson there. There's Jose there. Larry's going. I mean, it's just phenomenal, man. It's just going to be interesting to see how it looks going forward. But this is a very deep team. We just need them to have the imagination to know how to employ these guys, how to roll them out. And then the real big kicker, and we talked about this, was I think what's really helping the Pelicans out is getting Valanciunas going. This is something that we've been beating here
For
over and over
years.
again. Yeah, we've
For
been beating
years.
this drum here about getting Valanciunas going, and Willie's finally understanding that getting Valanciunas going early in the game, and he gets more involved. It's very, it's a commonsensical thing. He gets involved, and he takes the pressure off all these other guys. So when BI is struggling like he did tonight, and Zion didn't put up a big bulky amount of points, they really didn't have to because other guys had their back. It don't have to be a grind every night for BI or Zion when you got other guys like Vale putting up 20 plus points and getting a double for you. It helps us. It takes the pressure off these guys. So that's a plus and a bonus. So hopefully they can be consistent with that because Vale is a big skilled guy that we have here. He can pass, he can shoot the three, shoot it at a high clip, but he can still hit it if you need to. He's a very effective free throw shooter. He passes well. So, like I said, and he's been hustling more because he's more involved. So I think that's such a big key that we've been utilizing over the last several games. So I just hope we keep that going, man.
Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, fam, let me throw one question at you guys, man. It's going to be a little bit off guard right here, but All World Trucker, shout out to you, brother. Says Q. How would you think the Pelicans would look if we missed out on Zion and kept Julius Randle? What do you think? So, missed out on him. Me and DC was talking about this prior to the broadcast, this question. So when he means miss out, that means that
Got somebody else.
So
somebody else.
Zion,
So it would be
would have been going to the Knicks or
to
something.
the
Is
Knicks.
that what
Right.
you're
So
saying?
you would end up
I
with
guess
Ja
the Knicks
Morant.
would got number. Yeah, we would have to get Ja.
You would have had Ja Morant. So you'd
Well,
had Ja Morant.
Ja is
And,
out, so
but
Well, I
does
mean,
Ja
Ja
cut
missed
up?
1 year. Zion missed what, 2? So
um it's kind of hard to say. It's kind of hard to say.
I mean,
I mean,
you
Julius.
getting Ja though. You got Ja here. You got Ja here operating with who would be that at the time? Julius Randle, and I have to pull up the roster to
So
make
does
sure.
that trade still go down as far as getting Brandon and
well, that happened
Lonzo Ball?
before we got Zion, but maybe the CJ McCullough trade doesn't go down. Does that one still go down?
Yeah, I mean,
No, it
it's
doesn't happen.
almost like a ripple effect. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you miss out on Zion, then you're probably not making that trade to with the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it really it's hard to say that because
No,
there's so
no,
many
no. You,
things
you, you
involved.
can't you can't say that though, Alexa, because I think
What year was that, DC?
getting Zion had nothing to do with the Lakers, other than the fact I guess maybe they threw us an extra lottery ball.
Hold
Possibly
on, DC.
conspiracy
DC, hold
theory.
on. What year was that?
That was
What
2019.
2019?
Hold on.
Yeah,
So let me pull
Julius
up.
Randle was there when AD said he wanted to be traded. We already had Julius Randle, and AD was leaving no matter what. So I can't say that the Lakers trade definitely would have still happened. Will we still have drafted Zion? No, that's interesting. Will we have possibly traded the second pick? We can play with those ideas, but the Lakers trade still goes down because I
Yeah.
think that was the last straw for
Yeah.
AD. They signed Julius Randle, and he was like, "Well, I guess I'm playing center now." He
Yeah.
didn't sound too happy about that.
No,
And
he
the next
wasn't.
thing you know, he was out the door after that because they
Right.
didn't re-sign DeMarcus Cousins. So
Right.
Lakers trade definitely still happens.
Let me throw up. I'm gonna throw up the here it is right here. This is the 2019 Pelicans. You have Drew Holiday here. Who else we got here that's of work?
Julius
And
Randle.
Christian Woods on this team. Kendrick Williams,
That'd been interesting.
Jaleel Okafor, Etwan Moore, Nikola Meritic. He's here. We have Stanley Johnson, Wesley Johnson.
Check
We already
Diallo.
talked about Drew. Remember Frank Jackson? Where the hell is he at, man? Damn, Frankie
I
Jackson. Man.
think he's in the G League because
Didn't he go to
he was in
Utah?
Detroit.
Detroit. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Lex. He went to Detroit.
So this would be the thing would be, so the question is if we missed out on Zion, which means Zion went somewhere else, we picked Ja Morant. I agree with you. I think Anthony Davis was gone. He was already being, that was already decided. I agree because they tried to talk to him to get him to stay. I remember
Because that's when Griff was hired.
Griffin
He was
came in.
hired.
And
Yeah.
right. He came in and he
he
tried
did
to have discussions with Anthony Davis to try to keep him because he told him they were going to pick up Zion Williamson and he wanted to pair him and Zion together. And Anthony Davis told him he wasn't interested, that his mind was already made up. So, yeah,
Right.
Anthony Davis would not have been a part of this whole deal, and it would still have he would have still got traded up out of here. So, yeah, but
We
it
might have
kind of
not got Lonzo Ball though. If you know you're gonna get Ja, then do we still take Lonzo Ball in
Yeah,
that trade
and
package?
that's what I was talking about. Like, if you do take Ja, like, I mean, are you getting somebody else, like Kuzma instead of Lonzo Ball? But
I don't think they would. They were dead set on not giving up Kuzma.
they won't give up Kuzma. Yeah. Well, DC, hold on.
He was gonna
Remember-
be what Brandon Ingram is, I guess.
Well, that was your boy came in. Rob Pelinka came in, and he was the one because remember prior to that, Magic Johnson was trying to make the trade.
He
And I
had
think
all
that
of
was the year
them.
prior. He was giving you all of that. He was giving you Kyle Kuzma. He was giving he was giving you everything that you wanted to get Anthony Davis there. And then what happened was that scummy ass Dale Demps went and talked to Magic, and he leaked the details of the trade to the press. And Magic got on television. I think we played it on here when it happened back in the day. We played it when Magic Johnson went at Dale Demps and said that he was the only one that knew about the deal.
He called him a liar.
He called him a liar.
National
And
TV.
he did. We played it on here. He leaked the details of that trade that destroyed the Lakers. All that got out there, and Magic Johnson ended up leaving. That's how Rob Pelinka took over the job. And Rob Pelinka, all he did was revise Magic Johnson's trade minus Kyle Kuzma. That's pretty much what he did. And the Pelicans took it. With at that time, David Griffin came in. So yeah, a whole bunch of stuff has to happen here, in terms of how it all would play out. But I mean, you would have Julius Randle, you still got Drew Holiday here. Does Drew Holiday go anywhere?
Drew Holiday probably would. I would think he would stay.
Right.
If we got Ja and you got Drew next to him, there's no need for the CJ trade. There's no need for Lonzo Ball. So what else would we have gotten? So you got a lineup of Ja Morant, Drew Holiday, Brandon Ingram, Zion, and who? We possibly would have a different.
No, not Zion, DC.
No, not Zion.
Oh, no.
Ja would be here.
Julius Randle.
Julius Randle. I'm sorry. And who would be center? That's
Jaleel Okafor.
What center?
Okafor is the center on the team right now. I mean, he was the.
You think we would have kept Jaleel Okafor?
He was doing good that year. Remember that year? And you got Christian Wood on his team too, DC. I know
maybe not Christian Wood. I could see us keeping Christian Wood.
Mm-hmm. He's on this team. So I mean,
you don't play a lick of defense. So that is interesting.
And DC, you know what it took you over the top, made you win a championship with that team? Solomon Hill.
And Etwan Moore as a 6-man?
No, it's Stanley Johnson.
Stanley Johnson.
Man, you got to make
Goddamn,
contracts
you
make
know how to
sense
you.
these days.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It was a
I
lot
don't.
going on
But
between them.
honestly, I don't think we would be a better team though. I still think we would have been very good. Maybe we would have been able to do some of the stuff like they did in Memphis. But I think that the current edition of the Pels, what we have right now, I don't think we would have been able to get better
And
than that.
you all
We
know
wouldn't
what
have been
y'all
able to draft the same
mm.
people.
Go ahead, Lex. What you saying?
I was letting because DC was still talking.
No, I'm done. I was just saying we wouldn't be able to draft the same people if we would took Ja instead of Zion, because like you said, it'd have been a ripple effect of everything.
Yeah, it all changes, don't it? It all changes. But we would have Ja here. We have Ja and Drew. That would
We'll
be
still be good.
that would be good. You have
Well-
Ja and Drew. Shit.
Well,
That's
the only
very
thing
impressive.
is, like, you got to think since Zion's been here, there's been 3 different coaches.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of changes.
So who was the coach over the team at that time? It was
Gentry,
it was Elvin Gentry.
and
How you
then
forgot
Stan
that?
Van
You
Gundy.
playing, bro? You sleepy?
I was trying to push all that out of my head, bro. Those are
okay.
some tough years.
Sorry. I
Those are
thought
some tough years.
but
so
you see
tough.
what I'm saying? Like, it's like
Right.
that's a lot of changes because you got to think, like with Memphis, they still had their same coach. That one coach, you know what I'm saying? Whereas, Zion in his 5th season, he's on his 3rd coach. So
That brings the interesting question. Would the Pelicans have kept Elvin Gentry over the team if Ja Morant gets in there? I
yeah.
mean, it would have been a whole nother. It'd have been a different effect. So
I definitely think we would have had a little bit more Elvin Gentry, bro. We
Yeah,
probably made playoffs with him and everything.
all that, bro. You got Drew and Ja together, man. Yeah, and then Julius Randle there with those guys, and then the Pelicans would have kept Christian Wood. He would have been helping them.
Ja would have been at the podium saying, "I don't know what the hell this man's talking about."
I think eventually it'll worn out because Elvin Gentry, the guy. I mean, he can offensively speaking, he does what he do, but he's just not disciplined enough as a coach to be able to sustain all of that, man. He's a flash in the pan type guy, especially at that advanced age with Elvin Gentry. I think the game to a degree has been passed him by. And it's good that the Kings gave him that little job where he's doing something over there. I don't think he's coaching anymore. I want to.
Is he delivering out po' boys and gumbo like you suggested? Well, the Kings, they don't have that.
No,
what
they had
food,
set up
what their food is that they got.
Oh, I don't know what they're eating out there, bro. I don't know. But I know they set up the position for Elvin Gentry like it was a public relations type position that he had that they set up specially for him. So I mean, yeah. So he got out of that well. But yeah, this team wasn't you had Sheik Diallo, if y'all remember him. Tim Frazier was on this team. Frankie Jackson, Stanley Johnson, Darius Miller. And then of course you had the 3-point shooting of Nikola Mirotic. I mean, he was a guy that I loved watching him play for the Pelicans. He was a dead-eye shooter because you imagine the wide open looks he has with Ja Morant collapsing them defense and they running, he kicking it out to him. I mean,
Mirotic actually, I think it was after that season, man. I think Mirotic, he decided to retire and he returned home.
Overseas,
So,
DC.
yeah. I don't know if we would have still had Mirotic. Maybe he would
Mirotic-
have felt inspired to play with Ja. I don't know, but Ja didn't have as much hype as Zion, so I don't know. I don't
He
know.
did.
Mirotic might have still retired, man, and went overseas.
But he played overseas though, DC. He got a contract to play. He went
Yeah,
overseas.
but he retired. He retired in the NBA. He never came back to the NBA and never
No,
retired to. He went back
because
home.
they were paying because where I remember the Pelicans was talking about Mirotic because he had such a phenomenal season, but he went overseas and the money was good for him. He went overseas, I think, to his country where he came from, and the money was good, and he never came back. So he rode the wave. He had a knockdown, drag out year, and then he went over there and banked out, and he never came back. So but Mirotic was awesome, man. So yeah, it's a lot of factors involved, man, and you got us kind of working our imagination on that, man. But yeah, that's the best I got, man. Yeah, but yeah, that would be interesting, man, to be honest with you. But I like the route that we did take, getting to where we are, having this type of team right now, and something tell me we're gonna finally see them realize that very soon. We seeing what they're doing right now. It's only a matter of time they build that chemistry, and we need to stay healthy. Amy Atmore is here. A lot of success is going to happen because they done went. Family, you realize the Pelicans went. They went to every length in terms of like all the wrong stuff. It's like they did this, they did that, they did. I mean, everything that was upside down, and then they finally this year, we kept saying all of this stuff year after year that they need to do something about that health stuff. And they finally got a physical therapist, Amy Atmore, on top of the damn team. And I swear, when Jose Alvarado went out of the game, when he twisted his ankle, that he was done for the game, and we wasn't gonna see him no more, and he would have went into a black hole, and wouldn't have seen him to like a month or two later. Guess what? Jose came right back out there. She gave him a rubber band. He was out there stretching his leg out. He actually got back in the game.
It's wonderful what a physical therapist can do too.
Just saying, you know. And now that they're hearing the fact that they're taking the restriction off Zion Williamson, that is also another plus. So I mean, now it's just up to the coaching staff to utilize these people correctly, man, making sure they're keeping track of their minutes and how they plan, and making sure they taking full advantage of that deep bench that they got. Because Willie trusts Najee. He trusts several guys off that bench. He trusts Larry.
Playing good too, man.
Right. Najee, DC, that was something we talked about early in the year about what's going to happen with Najee. Najee said y'all are not going, with 1 year left on his contract. Najee said y'all not going to run me up out of here, man. I'm going to make sure y'all understand who I am. And Najee,
I think they got to pay him, bro. Give him something like if we can afford to. Najee, he's earned his value to me, but it's like, do we really need him? It's more of a luxury because we can definitely get by without him. But I would love to see the him and Jose and BI and keep that little trio together, man.
what
those
happens?
guys got a lot of chemistry and it works.
But EJ Liddell is supposed to be a player that's supposed to come in here and
they might as well.
You got Larry Nance, who's probably not going to be back.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Lex. What you saying?
I was just saying that they might as well just send him down to the G League because I don't think EJ Liddell he's not ready.
No.
I'm just from what I saw compared to other guys.
Lex, let me ask you this. Not to cut you off, Lex. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Because it appears to me that Uncle Robinson Earl is actually, is sitting ahead of him in the development, man. And like he ain't even getting close to touching the court. Uncle Robinson Earl seems to be the guy that's kind of keeping him away. What do you think?
I mean, Robinson Earl was here for a week and he got a starting position and had a double-double. Yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, experience really does matter, and that's one thing that I've noticed about this team. I don't know if you remember me asking you this, but I asked you, is this a young team or a veteran team?
Right. I remember.
And I asked that because I do feel that we are a young team, but the thing is we have a lot of 3-year and 4-year college players, guys who came out of college their 3rd year, their 4th year. That's why you see Trey, Herb, Jose, they're all older than Zion, but they all Zion's been in the league longer than them. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird, in that aspect as far as with the whole team collectively, because as far as age-wise, we are young in the sense as far as experience, but as far as being ready to play and things like that, we are. But I don't know. It's kind of somewhere in the middle. But I just thought that was kind of interesting. I don't know. I just wanted to mention it.
All right. So shout out to the fam, man. Appreciate y'all being in the building, man, on this one, man. We're going to pop back up here tomorrow and we'll recap the Pels and Bulls matchup tomorrow. It'll be a victory for the Pelicans. We're going to get this dub. I'm putting it out there right now. We're going to knock off the Bulls. They're missing a lot of people. That don't guarantee us a win, but we got to take advantage when we can. Guys not healthy, we got to bat them down and push them on the body there, get the third straight win, keep climbing and adding on to them wins. That's what it's all about. A tough stretch of games going and moving around like we do. We got to go up to Chicago. Then Monday, we got to be out to the West Coast in Golden One, I think the stadium is called out there, to be able to take on the Kings in the quarterfinals of the NBA Cup tournament. The in-season tournament starts on Monday. It's going to be fun watching that happen. The Pelicans, they batted down the Sacramento Kings and when they were here twice, and we have to take it to them. We have Trey back, and it's going to be so fun seeing how all this looks on the road, man. And the Pelicans are going to be really excited about trying to move into the semifinal rounds. I think it's the semifinal rounds, quarterfinals semifinals against whoever the Lakers, the Suns, whoever win they match up on Tuesday, which will be the semifinals round is 7. Let me put it on the screen so the family members can see the graphic so they can see for themselves. Yeah, this is pretty much what the bracket looks like. You see the Pelicans on Monday, Kings, Pelicans, 9 p.m. Lakers, Suns, the other matchup that'll be the following day, and it's between those two. We'll face either the Lakers or the Suns, which will be a good matchup. On the other side is the Bucks, Knicks, Pacers, and Celtics. And then by December 9th, there'll be the championship game, and we'll find out who win the first NBA Cup. So the young Pelicans can really build some momentum, man. Like Zion said, we never won anything. Winning the NBA Cup would be a pretty cool thing for the city of New Orleans to have. Upon achievement, right? Getting the first NBA Cup, man. So that'll be pretty cool to get that. So with that being said, we're gonna get ready to get out on that. Listen, I appreciate everybody for joining us for this episode of the Pelican Post Game Report. Please feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the join button. And also feel free to share the show links on your social media feed. You're rocking with the Pelican Post Game Report, the #1 longest running independent Pelican pod in the business. We do this stuff. This is what it's all about. We real deal Holyfield over here. Shout out to my dog DC back from the island. Shout out to Lex, put to work as well. And y'all check out Lex's list that's posted in the community section. Great. She has the song is terrific. She got a lot of other work she's putting out. Very talented. And y'all show some support on that. Also, new PPR report is also out. It's in the community section. Y'all check that out and comment on it, man. Shoot some comments. Let us know how you're loving on that. All right. So anyway, with that being said, we're going to get out on that. Appreciate all you guys. Much love to you. We'll see you on the tomorrow show, and we'll open up the phone lines tomorrow as well, so family members could chime in on their thoughts on the Pelican.
Right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember,
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport.